Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a reading for one of my clients that I have actually been reading for a while now. So this is special. And this person ordered 3 different readings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to film 2 of them together. Because they're smaller readings, and then I'm going to film the love spell by itself. So the love spell I feel is going to give us a idea for the other 2. So let's do the love spell first, and then we'll jump into the other 2 videos, the other 2 readings in a single video, just so that my client knows. But anyways, for your reading, I'm going to be working with Madame Endora's Fortune cards. And I already have the Ghost Tarot here on my desk, so I'm going to be working with this one. I read with this one for another client. I totally love the cards. I think that this is probably the best pick, so let's do that. And just so you guys know, the love spell, it's a 10-card spread, and we are just going to dive in. My client wants to know about an ex. So there is an ex that they were with, and they just kind of want some insight to see what is to come. I did a reading for them a while back mentioning that this person was going to be coming back into their life once they sorted out other issues that they're personally going through. So we're just going to kind of see what the cards have to say, if that is still in the works. And like I said, this reading is going to lay the foundation so that I can dive right into the other 2. Okay? Okay. So number 1, we have the energy of the situation in question. And we have the 4 of Swords. So the energy of this situation in question is telling me, 1, it's going to take more patience. And 2, the energy here I feel is, you know that it's going to take some time, but you're very antsy and very anxious. You really, really, really want this person to come back. I feel like you're kind of tired of waiting. I feel like you feel and you know that this person is supposed to be in your life, and it's hard for you to just sit down and do nothing about it, because the 4 of Swords to me is usually a card for meditation. It's a card of patience. It's a card of silencing the mind. But I'm feeling the vibes of this one. I'm really, rather than noticing the person on the bed, I am more noticing the swords aiming down at him. So I'm really feeling like you were very anxious about this situation. You really, really want to hear back from this ex in question. And it's really hard for you to kind of lay back and do nothing. That's a really hard thing for you. So I feel like that's what that's the energy floating around right now. Next we have, so this is a love spell, so it's like a witchy, so this is the witch. Next is the cauldron, so your hope for love. What do you want to happen out of this? And we have the 2 of, this is upside down. We have the 2, or the High Priestess. So what you want to have happen out of this, I feel like this is miracle. I feel like Spirit was telling me you want a miracle to happen. I feel like right now you feel that a miracle is the only thing that is going to get this person to come back into your life. And so you're very anxious to see what that outcome would be. I also feel like it's a 2, and 2 is a number in numerology. It's a number of love. It's a number of like the uniting of 2 people coming together. So I do feel like it's you really wanting a happy ending to manifest from this experience. Okay. And also with the High Priestess coming up, that is your need. Like I've told you before, your need to really trust your intuition on this. And if you're if your heart is leading you to be patient and be still and still hold out and wait for this person, then by means do it. But if your heart has been pulling you in a different direction, telling you, this is nice to think that he may come back, but maybe you're getting those feelings like it's just hopeless or you need to keep moving on. Don't feel guilty for those feelings, because I feel like I also have to put that out there, because I feel like you kind of flip-flop between the two. Let me turn on my little starlights. I feel like you flip-flop between the two. It's like you really want the happy ending. You want this person to come back into your life. But I also feel like there's times where you think, do I really want this person? Do I really want to wait this long? Maybe there was someone else that was interesting you and you were feeling guilty. Either way, I just felt like I needed to say that to you. So however that resonates with you, let it. Number 3, we have the Eye of Frog. So now we're going to start with our little recipes, our little ingredients. So the Eye of Frog, what you fail to see about the situation. Oh, and I'm pulling them upside down. I don't read upside down. I read intuitively. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, so what you fail to see. I love it. So you got the Devil card. This is, and it's funny because I've never pulled the Devil card in this deck. So it's really interesting for me to see that. What you fail to see, I feel like you're only seeing the good things, okay? You're only seeing the good side and the good potential of this possible love connection. But there's also the bad, okay? There were also negative experiences between you and this person. There were hurt feelings. There was a lot of pain. There was a broken heart. And I feel like you forget that, okay? So as soon as I flipped this card over, that was immediately what I was drawn to feel, is that you only are focusing on the positives. But when you pull a Devil card, you have to understand that there is the good and the bad. There is the light and the darkness. And I feel like aside from just seeing the light, okay, the goodness, that the reasons why you want this person to come back, there's also the dark. And it's also being able to understand that and to ask yourself, do you really truly want to give this person another chance? Okay. Now, my cards told me in the past for you that this person is going to come back, that the two of you have this really strong connection. I feel like you're more like souls, or like your souls were connected multiple times. I feel like it's karmic, a lot of karmic relationships and karmic lessons between the two of you, whether this was past life stuff but I feel like no matter what, there is this really charged connection between you and this person. But it's not all good, okay? I feel like the Devil card is just coming up to remind you that it's not all good, that there are some not so positive moments. There's some sour seeds. There are some sour memories with this person as well. And I feel like it's like you have to understand that, okay? Next, we have Puppy Tongue, how to approach the situation. So I guess my cards are just not in order. Well, not in order, but they're just not all upright. Sorry, I'm sorry. Anyways, how to approach the situation. I pulled the 8 of Swords. I love it. She is doing a trust fall. That is immediately what I was feeling. A trust fall. She's blindfolded. She is bound. She's hanging over a cliff. She's got angel wings that are a ghostly attached to her, so they're physically not there, but they are there. To me, it's kind of like, even though she feels like she's at her wit's end, she's ready to give up. If she were to jump over this cliff, she has wings. It's like her faith. There's someone there protecting her, okay? That's kind of the vibe I'm seeing from this card. So what I'm feeling for how to approach the situation, you really need to learn to tap into and trust yourself. One, trusting your heart, like I said with the High Priestess card, trusting your heart. Is your heart still open to waiting for this person? Is this person really who you want to wait for? I really think you need to sit down and really ask yourself that. Are your feelings still there? Are they still strong? Is this still something you want? I feel like these are all things that you need to ask yourself, because it's been a while. It's been almost a year. And although the cards mentioned and they said that he will be coming back, what if he did come back and what if nothing changed? Then what? So I feel like that's the dark side there. That's what the devil is bringing out. For you to start realizing that. For you to start seeing, okay, he does come back, but what if he's still dealing with the same stuff? What if he didn't even change? What if he didn't even deal with anything? Am I really ready to open my heart to that again? So I feel like that's what's coming up. Really heavy message here. Really, really heavy. Next we have the unicorn horn, my wish for you for the future. So we have the 6 of Swords. Oh, it's so bittersweet. So for the future, this is to me a card of moving forward. Okay? It's moving on. To me, it's saying giving up. I don't like that word. Like, I don't like to tell my clients to give up, but I feel like in this case, it's kind of like, let it be. Let everything be as it is. Keep moving forward, whether you meet someone new or you don't. But don't hold out your heart for one person. I feel like that's the main message here. Don't hold out your heart for just one person. Because like I said, what if this person does come back and they are not changed? Okay, heavy message here. I know I'm not I don't like to be the bearer of bad news, but I am honest when I read, and I'm not saying he's not coming back. That's not what I'm saying, but I am saying don't put all your eggs in one basket just because the cards say he will come back, because he could come back, but what if he comes back as the same person? What if he didn't change? Okay, that's the big message here. Next we have the index finger, the direction that you should take this. It's kind of like the same, question, sort of. But we have the Knight of Wands. Is this a knight or a page? It's so hard to tell. Some of these cards, it's really hard to tell what the image is. What is it? Direction to take this. Wands energy is fire, and this is your first wand in a reading of swords. You have swords, swords, swords. It's all mind. All in your mind right now. And the wands is more action, okay? It's fire energy. It is your motivation, your willpower, your courage, your passion, your heart, all of that fueled into one, okay? So the direction that you should take this, 1, follow your heart. 2, make a move. Okay, actually do something with yourself. Don't sit and think, which is the 4 of Swords. Don't sit and think. Don't get lost in your thought. Don't get entrapped, which is the 8 of Swords. Don't become trapped or a prisoner of your thoughts, your worries, your stress. It's actually time to physically do something. And if this means moving forward with that 6 of Swords that we pulled, if that means moving forward, okay, maybe there's someone else that you're interested in, but you have felt guilty to move forward with that person because you were holding out for this guy, this ex. That's okay. Move forward. Okay? I feel like that's what the cards are saying. Next, we have the 3 beating hearts, which are the 3 oracle cards. Oh, one of my cards just fell. Okay. The Seer, and that is follow your intuition. What did I just say with the High Priestess card? Follow your intuition. So the connection between the two of you, follow your intuition. That's the one thing. Trust yourself. Trust your feelings, trust your heart, trust your intuition. What is your mind telling you? What is your heart telling you? What is your faith telling you? Is it telling you to move forward, to move on? That 6 of Swords. Is it telling you to keep going? Or is it telling you to hold out and wait? I think that's the big question you got to ask yourself. The Unicorn, good fortune and friendship. I feel like that's showing the connection between the two of you. There will always be a connection. Whether you guys are in your lives or not, in each other's lives or not, there is that connection. I feel like like I said, I do feel like he will be coming. I feel like he will be coming into your life again. Whether it will be romance or not, that's up to you two. But either way, the card is showing friendship. It's showing a connection. So that's forever. That, in my opinion, that's forever. So let's say he does come back into your life, but you guys don't pursue a love romance. This is showing good fortune and friendship. Something good is going to come out of it anyway. And then finally, we have the Mystic Circle. Your abilities will be enhanced. I feel like the more that you trust your intuition, your abilities will start to evolve even more. Okay, your spirituality, your psychic abilities, that whole thing, that's going to start to evolve more if you trust yourself. I also feel like this person is they just understand you, and I feel like that's why it's so hard for you to walk away from them, because you guys just get it. You would get one another. That strong connection that you share together is hard for you to walk away from, and I understand that. I sympathize with that. But I feel like either way, he will come back, but it may not be the outcome that you were hoping for, that you want, and it may be you changing your mind too. You may be the one to say, you know what, I don't think I can go through this again. Let's just be friends. I mean, it could go that way too. And then finally, the outcome card. And we have the Hanged Man. Love it. So the Hangman, to get the Hangman as the outcome, this is telling me to go with the flow. That's the first thing I feel with this card. Go with the flow. Don't put too much thought into it. Don't try to control it. Let things be, okay? If you haven't noticed him coming back yet, don't get so antsy. Don't get anxious. Let things go with the flow. If you meet someone else in the meantime and this person interests you, go out with them. Don't feel guilty. Everything happens for a reason, and I feel like you have to trust that. I also like that the Hangman is glowing in purple. To me, that's, a sign of intuition. It's your third eye. It's your crown chakra, your psychic ability. So I feel like it's more, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition. More. You could feel it. You'll you'll have an idea if he's going to be coming into the picture or not, that kind of thing. But either way, overall, I feel like, yes, he still will be making an appearance. As far as when, we'll do that in the next reading. But it may not be the outcome you want. And that is going to be when you decide if you're ready or if you want to try again. So this concludes your love spell reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Anyone who's watching, my spooky readings are no longer available, but if you would like a reading with me, check out my website. And I wish you guys all the best, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.